Okay, hi, I'm Jitesh, and I will be interviewing Rajat for a position of warehouse manager in our warehouse. And I will be asking him some question regarding his position. So, can we start?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, what qualities do you possess that make you a good fit for this job?
I possess several qualities that make me a good fit for this job. Firstly, I have excellent organizational skills that will enable me to manage the warehouse efficiently. Secondly, I have strong communication skills that will help me to maintain good relationships with the suppliers and other stakeholders. Thirdly, I have leadership skills that will enable me to lead the team effectively. Lastly, I have problem solving skills that will help me to identify and resolve issues quickly.
Good. What inspired you to pursue a career in the beverage manufacturing company?
I have always been fascinated by the beverage manufacturing company's ability to create innovative and refreshing beverages that cater to a wide range of customers. I am passionate about the company's mission to provide high quality beverages that are both healthy and delicious. I am also impressed by the company's commitment to sustainability and social responsibility. Also, secondarily, I also have my own plans of starting a brewery in the future, which aligns me to apply for the job.
That's good. And what's your process for handling costs efficiently through strong relationships with suppliers?
My process for handling costs efficiently through strong relationships with suppliers involves several steps. Firstly, I will negotiate favorable terms with the suppliers to ensure that we get the best prices for the raw materials. Secondly, I will monitor the market trends to identify any changes in the prices of raw materials. Thirdly, I will maintain good relationships with the suppliers by communicating with them regularly and addressing any concerns they may have. Lastly, I will optimize the inventory levels to ensure that we have the right amount of raw materials at the right time. By following these steps, I think I will be able to handle costs efficiently and maintain strong relationships with the suppliers.
That was nice talking to you, Rajat. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Jitesh. Hi, my name is Rajat. I'm interviewing Jitesh Sharma for the position of warehouse manager. I'll be asking him a few questions to get a better insight as to how he fits the role. Are you ready, Jitesh?
Yes.
How do you go about finding the best suppliers for our products?
First, I will make a list of requirements that I will be looking for in a potential supplier, and I will consider things like our budget, our capacity, our delivery frequency, and our quality criteria to provide me with a standard to compare our potential suppliers. And I will use different sources of information to find best suppliers who can fulfill our needs and meet our standard. For example, online directories, trade shows, events, industry association and referrals, and also their market reviews. And after selecting several suppliers, I will analyze their track record, their experience, and their reputation, and their customer support system, and most importantly, their logistics options. And after finalizing the list of suppliers who meet our criteria, I will request quotes and samples from them to get details of all kind of costs that will be involved. For instance, like prices, taxes, and packing shipping charges, and available volume discounts. And finally, after going through this process, I will finalize business agreements with the most promising supplier and evaluate their performance continuously.
Are you comfortable managing remote teams?
Yes, by working with remote teams in the past, I have learned successfully to manage remote teams. I generally follow some practices that I have learned while facing challenges working with remote teams. And definitely, I will apply those practices here as well. For example, maintaining good communication with teams is absolutely essential, in my opinion. I make sure to arrange regular team meetings, considering everyone's schedule and time zones. And I also keep everyone updated through emails and chats about the upcoming tasks. And another practice I find essential is to make sure everyone on the team has access to the right tools for their role, and everyone has autonomy to work on their ideas. And at the same time, I'll also make them aware about their responsibilities that comes with the autonomy. Also, when working with remote teams, I focus more on output of my employees and give them flexibility to produce the output on their own schedule without binding them in the rigid structure. And I'm sure this experience will help me when managing teams in your organization as well.
And how do you typically handle shipment delays of our products?
There are many reasons to experience unexpected shipping delays, like transit confusion, poor coordination, or poor warehouse management, and sometimes due to natural calamities also. First of all, I'll inform my customers and my operations teams about the delays and immediately communicate with the supplier for real-time information and the causes of delay. And as a prevention, I will ensure that our logistic team is following processes and practices to avoid delays that and I will also ensure that we are dealing with suppliers who use automation in the warehouses and management processes, because in my opinion automated processes reduce transit confusion and coordination errors to a large extent. And also the use of automation to like generate electronic documents or barcode scanning of each delivery gives us real-time information, which is very useful. And I also maintain regular communication with our suppliers, taking constant updates regarding tracking of shipments and expected deliveries and or possible delays, because I think it's better to find about the problem in the very beginning and take action on it. And I will also review our inventory and order management processes to check for any upgradation needs. And lastly, I will analyze performance of our suppliers, especially the ones who are like causing shipping delays in the past.
And if our stock gets depleted, how would you handle the situation?
Stockouts generally happen either because of unexpected customer demand or poor planning. So first of all, I will immediately order more stock from our nearest supplier through an air freight to generate the revenue. It could seem costlier because but at the moment, the loss due to cost of stock out, lost orders, and customer loss, that would be more than the air freight expenses. So, and I will also use the buffer inventory to prevent complete stock out, and it will also be a good time to create back orders, right? All the next order will be considered as pre-orders until the new stock gets into pipeline inventory, so that we have a continuous flow of revenue. And most importantly, I will inform my customers about our lower stocks and expected delays, and promise them that to fulfill their orders soon as possible. And once the stock is replenished, I will analyze the causation of stock depletion, and corrective measures like updating lead time calculations in the order cycle and improving demand forecasting will be taken to prevent it from happening again.
That was very nice talking to you, Jitesh. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sark Francis, and I would be interviewing for the position you have applied for as a warehouse manager. So,
Yes.
to start up, I would ask you a few questions. So, the first question is, what skills do you think are necessary for successful supply chain management in a beverage manufacturing company?
Firstly, we need to know, have a sense of knowledge. The knowledge that we would like to have is knowledge like cold chain management, batch manufacturing, quality control, supply chain management, inventory management, distribution optimization, production planning, seasonal demand, ERP systems, traceability, and risk management is crucial for success within supply chain management. Additionally, analytically, communication, problem solving, negotiation, project management, risk management, time management, customer focus, and adaptability skills are essential to understand food and beverage regulations.
Okay, next question is, what supply chain management software have you used?
ever-evolving supply chain landscape, I stay current by utilizing various software providers, including SAP Integrated Business Planning, IBP, IBM Sterling Supply Chain Suite, Oracle SCM Cloud, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management, and DA software, formerly known as Blue Yonder.
And the last and final question is, what has been your most challenging moment in a supply chain role, and how did you overcome it?
One of the most challenging moments within the supply chain, I would say, is facing a natural disaster. Natural disaster-related supply chain distributions is a challenge in my work. For instance, if a significant storm interrupts a manufacturing company's supply chain, there will be delays and shortage due to impacts on manufacturers, suppliers, and delivery routes. To address this, I must assess the impact, employ effective communications, implement risk mitigation strategies, manage inventory, foster collaboration, diversify suppliers, plan for supply chain resilience, utilize data analytics and technology, and engage with government and regulatory bodies to overcome the situation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the time you have taken to attend the interview.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jitesh. I'm going to interview Vineetha for the role of warehouse manager. So, can we start?
Yes, sure, you can.
Okay. So, first, I would like to ask you if you encounter a problem outside of your location, how do you plan to resolve it?
If I encounter a problem outside of our location, then I would directly email or contact the warehouse manager of that location and would ask him to look into the matters. And if it's a problem which I can solve from my end, I would definitely try to do that. I guess this is how I would do it. Yeah.
Okay. And what measures do you take to handle potential issues within our company's supply chain?
I would always like to maintain relationship between the suppliers, always try to keep good relations with them, and will try to make sure to have a weekly discussions with the supervisors on weekly basis and have one-on-one meeting with the employees every alternate week. Yeah.
Good. And what aspects of the supply chain do you think could be outsourced?
According to me, I think we can outsource the vehicles needed for transporting our goods to departments or stores, and can outsource the packaging and labeling of the product as well.
So that was good. So, and that was it. Thank you, Vineetha, for the interview.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Warehouse manager. I would like to ask you a few questions just to see if you're qualified for the position. Firstly, I would like to know, are you familiar with current supply chain management trends and equipment?
Yes, with new technology and development, things have become increasingly complex in recent years. The current supply chain trends that we can see are blockchain. With the growing popularity of blockchain, it makes sense to follow the need for increased supply chain visibility. The database structure of blockchain can help supply chains succeed by providing end-to-end transparency. Digital supply chain transformation. Making judgments based on real-time supply chain data via manual approaches is becoming less desirable as social alienation becomes the new norm. To combat this, more than prescriptive analytics are required. Real-time data from all physical fronts of your supply chain is required to minimize costly disruptions. Next, artificial intelligence and automation. AI optimizes the supply chains as it easily reduces time and money spent while speeding up processes. Next, robotics. And next, I would like to talk about circular supply chains, which is It recycles unwanted fragments back into their supply chains rather than creating an item and starting again with fresh components. In other words, we can say circular supply chains encourage a waste-free environment. And the last, I would like to talk about supply chain as a service. Managing all your supply chain activities in-house is particularly difficult as value chains become more complicated. Switching from manual to digital processes, analyzing data and maintaining will all become important tasks that will necessitate professional manipulation and maintenance.
Okay, interesting. So, what do you consider to be the key element in inventory planning and management?
First, I would like to talk about tracking one's activity, which means to know the movement of stock from product receiving till it reaches the end user. It includes inventory losses, damaged goods, and missing items. Next, daily counts are a major part of any organized retail business routine, and these must be accurate to maintain stock visibility. Next, manage out of stock products, able to determine precisely which products are sold the most and which are missing with the aid of your comprehensive reports. As a result, you will know just what to get and when you need to reorder. Next, clear description. One should keep clear and informative descriptions of your products, names, sizes, colors, wholesaler name, etc. And the last one is organized work environment. A clean, spacious, and neat work environment might save you a lot of time trying to search for products. Research also indicates that such a work environment may raise the effectiveness of you and your employees.
Okay. Within this position, we require a lot of results. So, how do you plan to improve our company supply chain management process?
Improve distribution network, adapt to new technologies, build healthier supply chain networks, review procedures regularly, optimize company-owned inventory, fulfill customer expectations, forecasting demand, define goals and strategies, and finally, encourage innovation.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I would have to review it with my team and get back to you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for applying for the position of plant manager / warehouse manager. Have you ever collaborated with overseas suppliers? If so, please describe your experience.
Yeah, in my home country, when I was a friend in his business, I got an opportunity to connect with an overseas supplier. Since we had to construct a school, we were directed to a supplier for solar panels who was located in China. Though he was an Indian supplier but had established his business in China. So I got the chance to connect with the overseas supplier that time.
Okay, interesting. So would you say you possess the necessary certificates and training to operate machinery within the warehouse if you have to do so?
Yes, I hold a forklift operator certification and have undergone training in racking system safety. I've also done a 30-hour general industry training conducted by Occupational Safety and Health Administration, wherein I gained insights into safety in a warehouse environment.
Okay, that's very good. So delays are very common within every warehouse setting, everywhere. We cannot control it. So
Yeah.
what process do you plan to use to manage and track products and materials within our warehouse?
Demand planning is one of the major activities in supply chain management, and demand forecast can be done through the collaborating with the sales and marketing team, and by studying historical data and market trends. Then we need to assess the supply chain as well to meet the forecast demand. This also involves the production capabilities and capacity, inventory level, including the raw material availability. And there are a few planning and optimization software such as enterprise resource planning system and data analytical tools to streamline and manage the supply chain.
Okay. From based what you told me, possess certain certifications and training. You have an idea of how you plan to develop a relationship with our suppliers, and you have a plan for our delays. As such, we would look further into your application. Thank you once again for applying for the post of warehouse manager / product plant manager.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Okay.